Okay, hello. This is comparison of the motion capture with the application MocapForAll. I will be comparing NVIDIA 2060 with NVIDIA 4080 Super. The 2060 is already recording. In bottom left corner you can see frames per second and the latency. I'm using 4 cameras. Hey, 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 hey. The frame rate is 20 FPS, which is honestly not satisfying. Hey, hey, hey. But the tracking is generally all right. It's comparable to what I did on my streams recently. I'm doing mostly fitness boxing, but I do also my own warm-ups. So stuff like being on the floor is something that I want to do, but really can't do it properly without like being conscious about my position and camera positions. Half of the time it will probably not work for the exercises that I am doing, the stretching. Okay, so 20 FPS. Let's stop the capture and we are changing to 4080 Super. So already when changing, the FPS is at 30, but the real test is when we start the capture. I am capping it at 30 FPS. I don't think I need more than that, and I wanted to reduce the strain on the PC. So with 30 FPS I am at the cap. Let's remove the limit for a second. So it's just a little bit above 30 FPS. So I think oh, it actually increases when I am moving more. Let's try this one. So on the movement, it goes all the way to 40. The latency is below 30. And I didn't pay attention to the utilization of the GPU. Let's change it quickly back to 2060 and start capture again. So over here, removing the limit frame rate does makes no difference. It might even be worse. The utilization is around 60%, and it keeps my main GPU, because main GPU at 30% because of the rendering. So I was actually trying to split my monitors between the two GPUs, but so far I didn't find like good solution. This is at 20 now for the 4080. Just also it's 20 for the encode. I forgot about that one. But it still will be using the 4080 Super if I use the 2060 for the capture. Because of rendering the application, I tried to change the processes to render on the 2060 and do the capture on 2060, but there's still some performance done, some utilization done on 4080 Super. If anybody has some setting recommendations how I can set up stream with two GPUs, please comment. Any advice is welcome. But yeah, so far it looks like if I want more FPS, 48 is what I should use. Let's stop the capture a moment. And I will turn on all the applications that I would use for streaming. It's Warudo. So until now my streaming was done that I did only MocapForAll on the new GPU, the 4080 Super. The capture was done on it, and all the other application like Warudo and then VToyBox, it's a 3D application for overlay. They were done on the 2060 GPU. Let me make actually the utilization window a little bit bigger. Let's just move the camera view wrong way. So the utilization is at 3840 start capture. We are on the 2060 now. Thirty, 40, 60. Okay, let's stop the capture and change back to the 4080 Super. Okay, so with the applications running, we see slight reduction in the FPS. What was the latency? I should have written it down. But yeah, it's 25. I'm not even moving now. Let's remove the limit. So without the limit, last time we went even to 40 FPS. with the movement we are not even crossing, or sometimes we are crossing the 30 with movement, and without movement we are at 27. So it's not much difference. I would have to look at the recording to check the latency also, but generally it's not like it's worse. I think it's worse to use everything with the 4080 Super. So the streams until now when I opened Warudo and the VToy box on the RTX 2060, the utilization was at around 50%, 60%. After I played a little bit with the Lightning, and around 50% for the 4080. 4050 if I remember correctly. But then we get better frames for tracking. The problem is that with these kind of settings, I cannot use 4080 Super to do encoding for my OBS. That's the biggest problem. So I'm struggling to like find the middle point where I can utilize both of my GPUs and stream at the same time. If I put Warudo, let's see, let's change the scene. This gym, this is my Warudo view when I do warm up. It's a 3D world. If I render it with 2060, but want to stream OBS using RTX 4080, then OBS will not show the Warudo application. It will not be rendered. So I have to use OBS rendering and the application that I want to show on the same GPU. Damn it, why is it so complicated? Anyway, the most important thing was to compare FPS for now and the frames. I will stop the stream for now. Hope it was helpful for someone. I will maybe do another test tomorrow, unless I decide to stream with just whatever I set up.